Good day everyone, we are the Group 6 and we are going to report the Budget Circular number 579, implementation of the first tranche of the modified salary schedule for civilian personnel in the national government pursuant to Republic Act number 11466 and Executive Order number 201, modifying the salary schedule for civilian government personnel and authorizing the grant of additional benefits for both civilian and military uniformed personnel.
National Budget Circular number 579, January 24, 2020. This circular shall take effect on January 1, 2020.
The objective of National Budget Circular number 579 is to provide exact information for those government employees about their salary and benefits that they could get while working in the government.
Purpose. This circular is issued to prescribe the guidelines, rules, and regulations for the implementation of the first tranche of the modified salary schedule for civilian personnel and the grant of additional benefits stipulated in Republic Act number 11466. What is RA number 11466? Otherwise known as the Salary Standardization Law of 2019, modifies the salary schedule for civilian personnel and authorizes the grant of additional benefits. Coverage. This circular covers all positions for civilian personnel, whether regular, casual, or contractual in nature, appointive or elective, full-time or part-time, now, existing, or hereafter created in the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The constitutional commissions and other constitutional offices like SUCS or the state universities and colleges and GOCCS not covered by RA number 10149, which are under the jurisdiction of Department Budget and Management.
Compensation System, the TCF established under Item 4 of Joint Resolution number 4/2009 consisting of the following components shall be continued to be adopted. Basic salary including step increments, standard allowance and benefits, specific purpose allowance and benefits, and incentives. Implementation of the first tranche of the modified salary schedule for civilian personnel effective January 1, 2020. The new salary rates shall be in accordance with the first tranche monthly salary schedule for civilian personnel.
So now, let's talk about the implementation of Salary Standardization Law 5. So Salary Standardization Law 5 applies to all civilian government personnel in the executive, legislative, and judicial branches, and even to the constitutional commissions and other constitutional offices. So there are 4 tranches for Salary Standardization 5 for civilian personnel. These tranches are: the first tranche, which was implemented last January 1, 2020. The second tranche, which was implemented last January 1, 2021. The third tranche, which was implemented last January 1, 2022. And last but not the least, the fourth tranche to be implemented on January 1, 2023. And now, let's proceed to the status of salary standardization implementation in every tranche. For the first tranche, the salary grade table is based from the House Bill 5712 and Senate Bill 1219. President Rodrigo Rua Duterte signed a new law on January 8, 2020, which gives civilian government employees, including nurses and teachers in the government or public sector, their 5th round of salary increase. And for the second tranche, it is also based on the Senate Bill number 1219 and House Bill number 5712. The proposed date of effectivity of the implementation of Salary Standardization Law 5 of the second tranche is on January 1, 2020. On January 8, 2020, President Rodrigo Duterte signed this into law. And for the third tranche, It is also based on the Senate Bill number 1219 and House Bill number 5712. The proposed date of effectivity or the implementation of the Salary Standardization Law 5 of the third tranche is on January 1, 2022. On January 8, 2020, President Rodrigo Rua Duterte signed this into law. And last but not the least, the fourth tranche. It is also based on the Senate Bill number 1219 and the House Bill number 5712. The proposed date of effectivity or the implementation of the Salary Standardization Law 5 for the fourth tranche is on January 1, 2023. On January 8, 2020, President Rodrigo Rua Duterte signed this into law. And as a conclusion, the salary grade increase in every tranche, as well as the benefits and incentives being received by the government employees. Furthermore, the Salary Standardization Law 5 gives more importance and focus to the nurses and teachers and even other government and private employees in increasing their salaries as compensation to their valiancy in doing their jobs amidst the pandemic since 2020.
Executive Order Number 201, or the Salary Standardization Law (SSL), was signed by President Benigno Aquino III in February 2016 after Congress failed to approve the bill that would give government workers the wage increase that the DBM announced in November 2015. Under the SSL, 1.3 million government employees, except for concomitant elected national officials, would be given 4 rounds of yearly increases starting January 1, 2016. On the average, the employees receive 55% of what those in the private sector were getting in hopes that the pay increase would help the government attract and retain competent and committed civil servants.
In Executive Order Number 201, Section 7, Provisional Allowance Schedule for Military and Uniformed Personnel, a monthly provisional allowance shall be given to the Military Uniformed Personnel or MUP to be implemented in 4 tranches as follows in lieu of increases in base pay. Makita nato sa right side ang monthly provisional allowance, ang first, second, third, and fourth tranche. The provisional allowance shall be given as an interim measure to supplement the total compensation of military uniformed personnel until such time that their base pay schedule is rationalized in consideration of the pension implications of base pay adjustments of personnel in the active service under existing laws. Section 8. Hazard Pay. The hazard pay of all military and uniformed personnel shall be increased from the current rate of 240 pesos per month to the following rates. Starting January 1, 2016, 390 pesos per month. By January 1, 2017, 540 pesos per month. By January 1, 2018, 690 pesos per month. And by January 1, 2019, 840 pesos per month. Section 9. Officer's Allowance. An officer's allowance shall be given to the following military uniformed personnel ranks, likewise as an interim measure until such time that the base pay schedule is modified and rationalized at the rates below. Makita nato sa image ang monthly officer's allowance, first tranche until fourth tranche. Section 11.
Implementation Schedule. The modified salary schedule and additional benefits authorized herein shall be implemented in national government agencies as follows, subject to appropriations by Congress. A. Starting January 1, 2016, the first tranche salary schedule for civilian personnel and the first tranche provisional allowance, officers' allowance, and hazard pay for MUP together with a mid-year bonus. B. By January 1, 2017, the second tranche salary schedule for civilian personnel and second tranche provisional allowance, officers' allowance, and hazard pay for MUP the mid-year bonus and half of the enhanced BBB. C. By January 1, 2018, the third tranche salary schedule for civilian personnel and the third tranche provisional allowance hazard pay for MUP, the mid-year bonus and full amount of the enhanced BBB. And by January 1, 2019, the fourth tranche salary schedule for civilian personnel and the fourth tranche provisional allowance, officers allowance, and hazard pay for MUP, the mid-year bonus and full amount of the enhanced BBB.
For covered government-owned and controlled corporation or GOCCs and LGUs, the implementation of the compensation adjustment shall be in at least 4 years depending on their respective financial capability, with such tranches starting not earlier than the dates stated above. GOCCs and LGUs which do not have adequate or sufficient funds shall partially implement the modified salary schedule and authorized benefits. In case of partial implementation, the same shall be of uniform percentage across all positions for every GOCC or LGU.